Okay. Happy Friday, everyone. Whoever comes in, come in. I'm dipping in and I'm dipping out. My mission today, for those who are coming in who want to know, if you haven't looked at the title, this is about planetary shifts that we're going to be discussing. Okay, we're going to be discussing the move with Mercury, the move with Uranus, and the move with Jupiter. In addition, I might as well wrap it up with the full moon in Sagittarius that will be in full effect. Well, we're kind of about to feel the energy anyway, if we haven't already started feeling it. But nonetheless, that'll be Wednesday. Okay, interesting that it happens. But nonetheless, y'all come on in. Okay, this is Malik's Mystical Magic and intuitive consultations. Okay, I'll be your astrologer for this evening, your numerologist. Okay, and your tarot reader. Okay, this is more of a lengthier type of read because it's going to highlight the areas of each rising signs natal chart, okay, when it comes to Mercury, Uranus, Jupiter, okay. Let me see. Hold on. Let me look at the astro wheel and see. Okay, so yeah, Mercury is at 25 degrees, so that's about to move. Okay, so Venus just stepped into Taurus, so that's 0 degrees. Saturn is at 0 degrees, so those are some 29 degrees, 28 degrees, 0 degrees, 1 degree, they feel pretty tense. Okay, so we have Jupiter at 29 about to go into Cancer. Okay, Uranus is in Taurus, is about to go into Gemini. Okay, so we're going to talk about those shifts, okay, and the energy that collectively we'll be experiencing as well as individually based on your rising signs. Okay. So I'm going to get into this. For those who want a more in depth reading, everyone's chart is different. You can know how to reach me. Okay. I'm a natal reader. Okay. I can do your transits. I can do a 6 month transit, 12-month transit, or a full natal reading, as well as a tarot reading and a numerology report as well. Okay. So if you need those services, reach out. Nonetheless, let's get into it. Okay. Let's not waste too much time. For those who want to follow me, I normally come on Facebook because, that's my accessible app. I'm also going to try to post this to TikTok. If not, it will definitely be on YouTube. Everything Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You can follow me at Malik's Mystical Magic. Okay. So, with that said, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, let's see here. So, the first thing that I want to kind of highlight is the the transits, okay, that are leading up to this moon, this full moon. So Mercury, okay, Mercury will be entering into Cancer, okay. Mercury has been in Taurus. Let me make sure. Yeah, hold on. Let's see. Mercury has been in Gemini. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm looking at my app. Okay, so Mercury has been in Gemini. Okay, so Mercury will be entering into Cancer. Okay. Um, let's see. Hold on. Yeah, Gemini, Cancer. Okay. And then also we have Venus. Okay. Venus has already entered into Taurus. We're going to talk about that. Jupiter. Okay. Jupiter will be entering into Taurus as well. So with these planetary shifts, I just want to give us some insight into what that energy could bring. And then as I get into your rising signs, I'll talk about where this is activated in your natal chart and the potential um, themes that could be playing out. Okay. So when it comes to Mercury, okay, Mercury currently is in Gemini, will be going into Cancer June 8th to June 25th. Okay. And basically, it's about emotional intelligence, intuitive communication, and nostalgic thinking. And so, Mercury going into Cancer is asking us to speak from the heart. Let your truth come through soft but clear tones. Okay. Be mindful of how emotional memory colors present thoughts. Okay. So, it's all about the perception, the communication, the thinking before you're speaking. Okay, Mercury. Now, um, that'll be June 8th to June 26th. Then we have Taurus, Venus entering into Taurus. Right now, Venus is at 0 degrees of Taurus right now. And so with Venus, that entered today, June 6th. Okay, and it will be there for a little over a month until July 11th. And so the themes that are associated with Venus and Taurus is sensual values, financial security, grounded intimacy. Okay. And so Venus and Taurus is asking us to choose quality over quantity in terms, and it comes to matters of love and money, and redefine pleasure, from a place of self-worth. Okay. Beauty is not a luxury, it's a medicine. Okay. So I think we need to understand that the shallowness of value. Okay, the deeper meaning of what value truly is, I think, is most important. Anyway, choose quality over quantity. That's what the Taurus will do. Okay. Now, then we have Jupiter. Okay. Jupiter will be entering uh, into Cancer. Okay. And oh my gosh, the things that Jupiter, that is a planet that of expansion, blessings, um, it expands wherever it goes, and when it hits certain houses, oh my goodness. So it is definitely uh, dropping, it's like the ancestors are dropping, and goodies on me. Anyway, Jupiter will be entering Cancer June 9th. Okay, we'll be there until June 29th, 2026. So little over a year. Now, keywords to kind of think about when it comes to Jupiter in Cancer is expansion through emotional security, home, ancestry, and belonging. Okay, because Jupiter entering into Cancer is asking us to grow our emotional roots, nourish others, and allow ourselves to be nourished. Okay. Also, have faith in our emotional intelligence, which unlocks blessings. Okay. So, that's something that I think is very key. Now, let's get into the full moon. Okay. Now that we have the planets that are shifting, the energy that is coming with those shifts, then we roll up on the full moon and say, "Hey, cuz, how you doing?" We roll up on the full moon. What you missed, if you haven't seen it, is me just talking about the shift from um, Venus going into Taurus, okay, Jupiter going into Cancer, okay, and then also Uranus going into Gemini. And you know what? I think, yeah, because I definitely, okay. Anyway, I'll drop some information on that. But Uranus going into Gemini is like the Eight of Swords. Okay, mentally, that's kind of what the energy is. But nonetheless, let's keep going. So yeah, we just talked about the. I just talked about the planets ingressing into new zodiacs, okay, and the energy that that'll bring. Now, let's get to this full moon, okay, because these things are taking place up until we get to this full moon. Full moon in Sagittarius is going to be at 18 degrees, June 11th, okay, which is Wednesday at 3:44 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? Sagittarius ruling planet is Jupiter, okay? The modality element is mutable fire. So it's adaptable, even though it may be tense, it's something that you have to adapt to and adjust to. Okay. Now, the card that this energy is associated with is the Nine of Wands. Okay. This is Moon in Sagittarius energy. And if you look at the energy or the message of the Nine of Wands, this is your spiritual final test. It indicates that you've come so far, your beliefs, your identity, your truth, all have been under fire, okay? And this full moon is bringing a moment of soul perseverance, okay? You're exhausted with the Nine of Wands, but you're not defeated, okay? I think we also, as we connect this energy to Sagittarius, Sagittarius rules expansion, philosophy, and long journeys, and the Nine of Wands kind of reflects the warrior who survived the journey, learned the lessons, and is now discerning what is worth defending. The line between faith and fear is thin, if you notice, okay? So, with the moon now applying the energy to this, because this is moon in Sagittarius here, if you notice, these are my astro cards. So, there we go, right there. Okay, so this here is like this particular full moon in Sagittarius energy may reignite old battles in the mind, in relationships, or around truth and trust. But you've already passed the test, right? You're just being asked if you believe in yourself enough to stand strong in what you've spiritually earned. Okay? So definitely take that message because it's going to be, we're dealing with fire here, and it's going to be a little like, dang, okay? But the push through because you're already there to the completion. Okay. And so then the mantra, if those who want to write down a perfect mantra to align themselves with this full moon in Sagittarius energy, as I am a uh, lunation queen. So, of course, journal prompts, mantras, affirmations, things like that. I'm into that. So, one could be for you for this particular full moon is I honor the path behind me, okay, and protect the vision of ahead. I honor the path behind me and protect the vision ahead. My spirit is unbreakable. And if you look at this fella has been through battles after battles after battles, okay? But at the end of the day, he is steady persevering. And that is what spirit is asking us to do to stand strong. And we've earned those spiritual lessons because if you really think about it, these are our ancestors behind us. But that's a whole nother topic. Anyway, the Sabian symbol. So, of course, this came in at 18 degrees and 30, I want to say 38, yeah, 38 seconds or minutes. Okay, 18 degrees, 38 minutes. So, we round that up to 19. Okay, so 19 degrees of Sagittarius is pelicans disturbed by the garbage of people move their young to a new habitat. That's some ninth house energy right there. That's some Sagittarius energy. So I'm going to say it again. Pelicans disturbed by the garbage of people, okay, move their young to a new habitat. So that is something that this energy is asking of us to understand. Okay. Now, numerology. Of course, I'm gonna throw a little numerology in here. It breaks down to an eight. Okay. Mastery, power, karmic flow, rebirth. Transformation energy. Right. And I get to the eight because I'm taking June 11th, 2025, right? I'm adding each individual number. And as I continue and get to the 5 of the 2025, I'm at 17. So I add 1 plus 7, and that's 8, okay? So that is definitely power, abundance, karma, manifestation, transformation. It's reaping what you've sown, okay? And it's time to stand in your authority with integrity with the numerology's energy. Now, the month being June, that's number six. Number six is about nurturing, home, balance, harmony. Okay. It's also softening into grace and self love while releasing resistance. Okay. So when we combine the 8th day energy, okay, of the full moon with the month energy of six, that equates to emotional mastery that leads to empowerment. Okay. And so that's 17/8, because when you in numerology, we can go all the way up to 99. But the core numerical system is 1 to 9. But when you're looking at 17, and then the 8 vibration, that also carries the star card. Star card is, the star at 17th card in the major arcana. And then we have 8, which is the sun. Okay, so with the star card here, it's that energy pointing to spiritual alignment and divine timing. So this is a very healing, course correcting number under a very revealing full moon. And if you look at things that are playing out right now, there are things being uncovered, okay, from the depths of Earth. But nonetheless, okay, this moon is not going to come in just willy nilly. It's going to come in and make some major aspects, okay? One being an opposition to the sun, okay? The sun is in Gemini. Across from that will be the full moon in Sagittarius. So this is about balance and logic with intuition, okay? Facts and beliefs. You got to be careful with that because there's an illusion there. Okay. Then we have this moon trining Mars that is in Leo and Chiron in Aries. So this is about having the courage, to heal and express ourselves. Then we have this moon that is squaring Neptune in Pisces. Okay, fogginess in belief, disillusionment, spiritual recalibration. Okay. I don't really know what to say about that orange object that I saw, okay, here in Georgia, that everybody seems to be posting about. I don't know what that was, okay? So I know that this Neptune energy is definitely playing a number on a lot of us. So we definitely have to use our intuition, okay? So basically, the themes of this moon is releasing outdated illusions and beliefs, seeking truth from that inner fire, not the outer noise, right? Protecting future growth from chaotic conditions, because that's the theme of the Sabian symbol. They're taking their youth, getting away from garbage people, chaotic energy, right? And taking you to a more calmer place. So if you can apply that to your life and what's needed, to recalibrate, I think that's your message there. So without further ado, I have a lot of energy that I want to drop on each and every rising sign. And without further ado, I'm going to jump right into it. Now, first of all, let me see something because I want to make sure I'm not missing anything here. Now, I did want to talk about Uranus. That's what I definitely want to talk about really quick. I want to hop into Uranus because Uranus is one of those planets that is rules electricity, unexpected, a sudden awakening, So it is a planet that don't play. Okay, so let's see here. Let me get to it because I know I did my notations, y'all. Give me 1 second. And then I'll talk about what signs that this full moon will be making. Okay. Now, we definitely getting ready to experience um, a lot of expanding in our consciousness, and releasing contraction, and wherever Sagittarius is ruling in your natal chart, okay, I think that's where the truth is that's going to rise and the illusions are going to fall. So wherever your Sagittarius house is, know that things about to be seen. Okay. Now, basically Uranus will be going into Gemini. Okay. Because it's been in Taurus, shaking up finances, shaking up the food, shaking up the land. Okay. It's been doing a lot in Taurus. Now it's getting ready to go into Gemini. Okay. So it's really going to be doing that Eight of Swords energy, or could, shall I say, insights, awakenings, downloads, mental overloads. Okay. And so let's go back a little bit. Okay. Because I think this is significant. 1941 to 1949, when Uranus was in Gemini, we had the World War II, code breaking, propaganda, aviation, intelligence, right? We had computers, Cold War, okay? We had the start of the digital age and the global ideology that clashed as a result, okay? Now, the UN formed, global diplomatic restructuring occurred, and Roswell, the emergence of interest in ETIT or IA, intelligence, extraterrestrial intelligence. So that's what took place when Uranus stepped into Gemini back in 1941 and 1949. So think about what we're dealing with right now. Because Uranus will be in Gemini until 2033. Okay. And then what we can expect between those 2025 to 2033: AI, neural networks, machine interfaces, decentralized media, okay, deep fake wars, flash learning, neuro hacking, translation tech, transportation breakthroughs like flying cars and ish, okay. So I would say Uranus and Gemini is going to reprogram how humanity thinks, how humanity speaks, travel, and connect. Okay. This is not a slow burn. It's literally like a mental lightning strike because that's what Uranus is about. Gemini is the cerebral. Okay. So stay curious, stay flexible, and as the modality for Gemini, stay adaptable. Okay. Um, the modality for Gemini is fixed, cardinal, and yeah, my brain just left. Okay, anyway, mutable. There we go. Okay, so let's get into the rising signs, shall we? I just wanted to get into Uranus because I'm like, I'm missing one of the planets. Okay, so we're going to start off with Aries rising. Okay, we're going to talk about this Mercury real quick, this Jupiter, this full moon, and this Venus. Okay, so have your natal chart. You'll know where this is playing out in your natal chart, and whatever themes they are, those are the themes. It could be any one of the themes. I'm just giving you a little insight as to where it's going to play out. That's the key. Know the house. Okay. So with that said, let's get into it. Aries rising, Mercury. Okay. Mercury entering into Cancer is going to be in your fourth house. So what's being activated is your home, emotional roots, inner healing, right? What's being asked of you as Mercury step into Cancer is to speak honestly with family, heal your foundation. Okay. The things to watch out for as Mercury is in Cancer for you, Aries rising, is family talks, memory resurfacing, and root chakra energy. Root chakra energy that needs to be healed. Okay. Now, Venus entering into Taurus will be impacting your second house. So your finances, okay, self-worth and resources are activated, okay? Now, what Spirit is asking us with Venus entering into Taurus is it's time to probably invest in your value, okay? And what you love grows, right? Okay, Earth, Taurus, Venus, love, okay? Now, when it comes to watching out for certain things, you want to watch out for luxurious purchases, income stabilization. You want to make sure your income is stabilized, okay? And confidence boost. Don't get too out of your ego, okay? Keep it a little bit, you know, tamed, okay? Now, Jupiter, that's going to be stepping into Cancer for you, Aries rising, your fourth house as well, okay? So, emotional foundation, family expansion. And so, Jupiter is asking you to expand where you feel safe. Heal through ancestry could be a thing that may play out for you. Watch for home buying, moving, family blessings, ancestral connections for you, Aries rising. And then to wrap it up for you, Aries rising, we have the full moon in Sagittarius, which is your ninth house. Okay. And what's activating for you, Aries rising, is your beliefs, travel, education, publishing. Okay. Ninth house topics. What's being asked is probably releasing limiting philosophies and beliefs, embracing a higher truth. Okay. What to watch out for? Education completions, shifts in worldview, and soul growth. Okay. So that's all for you, Aries rising. Now, Taurus rising. Mercury stepping into Cancer, activating your third house. Mindset, communication, siblings, things like that. Mercury. Okay. Now, what's being asked is speak with emotional clarity and rewrite the mental script. Okay. Watch out for heartfelt talks, teaching moments, healing sibling dynamics. Okay. Then when we get to Venus and Taurus, that's activating your first house, Taurus rising. Okay. That's about your identity, your appearance, your self love. So you're being asked to embrace your beauty and softness. You attract by just being. Okay, Venus rules you. It's stepping into your zodiac. So I mean, it's already there. But I mean, to be have your planet that rules you in your rising, your first house is beautiful. Now, also watch out for glowing up, magnetic presence, inner sensuality. Okay. Hey, cuz. Okay. I'm trying not to get too off track because this is a meaty presentation. But nonetheless, okay. So definitely when it comes to the Venus and Taurus for you, you want to watch out for magnetic presence, inner sensuality. Okay. Now let's get into Jupiter. When Jupiter get into Cancer, that's going to be in your third house affecting your skill growth, your communication, okay? You're being asked to expand your voice and influence, perhaps, okay? Watch out for speaking gigs, writing projects, technology upgrades, okay? Now, let's get to this full moon. That's going to be your eighth house. So it's activating the house of intimacy, shared finances, and transformation, okay? And so you're being asked to release emotional debts, Taurus rising, okay? Renew from the inside out. Now, you want to watch out for sexual healing, spiritual healing, ending karmic ties, okay? I think that's good. Now, let's go to Gemini rising. Gemini rising, Mercury and Cancer, activating your second house. Money, value, confidence, okay? You've been asked to let emotion inform your financial choices. Watch out for new income ideas, releasing scarcity mindsets. Voice equals value. So speak what it is you need into existence, okay? Also, when it comes to Venus stepping into Taurus, that's your 12th house. So that solitude, that subconscious patterns, that secret love, perhaps, okay, could be activated. You've been asked to let love soften your shadows, heal old wounds in private. Okay, 12th house is the house of isolation. Watch for spiritual love, hidden allies, restful romance. Okay. And then we have Jupiter in Cancer, second house for you, Gemini rising. This is going to be activating your financial blessings, your confidence, your abundance. Okay. What you're being asked to do with Venus and Taurus is let love soften your shadows, heal old wounds in private. Okay, Marianne, hey, okay, and then also you want to watch for definitely when you heal wounds in private, you want to watch for spiritual love as well, hidden allies, restful romance as well. Okay, and so I think I got sidetracked a little bit. Jupiter in Cancer, second house. Okay, so we're talking about confidence, abundance, financial blessings for you, Gemini rising. You're being asked to expand your income through aligned values. You want to watch out for financial surprises, any resourceful ideas or worth increase. Okay, now for you, Gemini rising, this is your opposite polar, opposite zodiac, Sagittarius. So this Sagittarius is in your seventh house, Gemini rising. So it's activating the house of relationships, contracts, commitments. Okay. You've been asked to release partnerships that's not aligned with your path. You want to watch for breakthroughs or endings in love or business. Okay. Relationships. Okay. We're talking seventh house. Now we're going to move on to Cancer rising. Hey, Alfreda. We're going to move on to Cancer risings. Okay, Cancer. Mercury is stepping into Cancer. That's your first house. So that's activating your mind body alignment. Okay, clarity in self expression. You're being asked to communicate your emotional truth. Let people see the real you. Okay, now you want to watch out for emotional confidence, healing words, self awareness breakthroughs. Okay. Now, then we have Venus and Taurus for you, activating your 11th house, Cancer risings. So, what's being activated here is friendships, networks, hopes, and dreams. Okay. What you're being asked to, embody is attract through authenticity. Okay. Value friends who uplift you. Let go of those who are downers. Okay. Watch out for invitations, collaborations, pleasure, from the community. Okay, because we're talking 11th house. This is house of networks, audience, association, friends, things of that nature. Okay, your people, your soul tribe. Okay, now Venus and Taurus. Okay, we just talked about that. Now Jupiter and Cancer, that's your first house. Cancer rising. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah, that's your first house. So we have that planet, Jupiter, is definitely activating your identity expansion, personal rebirth. You've been asked to step into your wisdom, rebirth your story. Okay. You want to watch for recognition, new opportunities, a personal glow up. That's good news. Jupiter is blessings. Okay. Now, full moon for you in Sagittarius, sixth house, Cancer risings. This is activating your sixth house of health, daily work, routine. Okay. You've been asked to release habits and tasks that drain you. Prioritize your well being. Okay. You want to watch out for job changes, wellness breakthroughs, mind body awareness type of energy. Okay. So that's for you. Cancer rising. Now let's go to Leo rising. Mercury and Cancer in your 12th house. Okay. Activating dreams, intuition, spiritual closure. You're being asked to reflect before you speak. Receive those downloads and those inner messages. Okay. Watch for psychic downloads, subconscious healing, journaling breakthroughs. Okay. Now we have Venus in Taurus activating your 10th house. That's going to be activating your career, your visibility, and your legacy. You're being asked to lead with heart. Let beauty define your brand. Okay. You want to watch out for career recognition, upgrades, and professional image. Okay. Now, Jupiter in Cancer is also in your 12th house, which is going to be activating your inner healing, your spiritual expansion. You're being asked to trust in the unknown, retreat to receive. When we work with 12th house energy, it is the house of isolation. Okay. So we have to retreat in order to connect to the divine so that we can get those downloads, that inner wisdom, that inner guidance, okay? So we can understand what to do with the next move, okay? Now, what's being activated every time I get step off track, and y'all know me who flow with me, who've been with me for a while. When I step off track, it be hard to get on there. Okay, you've been asked to trust in the known, okay, and you definitely want to retreat in order so you can receive this information. Okay, now you want to watch for your soul's rest, dreams, manifesting in silence. Oh, the law of attraction. Okay, and karmic healing. Now let's get to this full moon for you, Leo rising. This is your fifth house. Okay, so we're activating the house of romance, creativity, and joy. You're being asked to release fear of expression because that is the house of self-expression as well. Okay, claim joy as your birthright. Watch out for creative milestones, children centered shifts, and heart healing. Okay. Next up, Virgo rising. Mercury in Cancer is going to be activating your 11th house of community, vision, friendships. Okay. You've been asked to express your ideas, share your voice with your homies, your allies, your soul tribe, your community. You want to watch out for collaborations, visionary thinking, speaking truth to the collective. Okay, Mercury is a planet of communication. First is the perception, the thought, to be able to speak it. But that's what Mercury in Cancer is asking of you, Virgo rising. Now, Venus in Taurus is activating your ninth house of philosophy, travel, and expansion. So you're being asked to fall in love with your higher mind and seek beauty in belief. So it's time for you to gain some knowledge, okay? Deeper knowledge, because that is the house of God, okay? So that's the spirituality, that's the world views, okay? That is the study, the higher education, the publishing. So you want to elevate your mind, Virgo rising, with Venus being in Taurus in your ninth house, okay? Now, you also want to watch out for love abroad, publishing, okay, and artistic ventures and spiritual romance, okay. And then also with Jupiter in Cancer, that's also your 11th house. So it's about your goals, networking, destiny paths. So you're being asked to expand through soul community and trust in divine timing. You want to watch out for social growth, aligned friendships, and doors opening unexpectedly, okay? And then we're going to wrap you up with the full moon here, Virgo rising. That's your fourth house. Home, family, roots is being activated. Okay. You're being asked to release old family baggage, redefine your emotional foundation. Okay. You want to watch out for emotional clearing, moving decisions, okay? Ancestral awareness. Fourth house is the house of your family, your lineage, your home, your land, your roots, your heritage, your ancestry, okay? Your upbringing, okay? So, with that being said, let's go ahead and hit it with Libra risings. So, Libra risings, this Mercury in Cancer is activating your 10th house. Okay, I happen to be a Libra rising. Okay, so I feel all of this right now. Okay. Um, some people come in waves, just depending on what degree, how it sits in your natal chart. If you need that guidance, y'all know how to reach me, okay? But I'm on top of my stuff. Anyway, Libra rising, Mercury in Cancer is activating your 10th house, okay? Career, public image, reputation. What is being asked of you is to speak with emotion at work. Share your truth in your mission, okay? You want to watch out for career rebranding, emotional leadership, and intuitive professional moves. Okay. Now, Venus, your ruling planet, is in your sister sign, Taurus. Okay. Eighth house. Okay. Which is activating the house of intimacy, merging, transformation. Now, you've been asked to deepen your sensual connections and trust the bond. Okay. You also want to watch out for erotic healing, sacred sexuality, and resource merging. Okay. And then we're going to go to Jupiter in Cancer. That's also activating your 10th house. That is about your career growth, your public expansion, right? 10th house is your visibility, your reputation, your professional titles, okay, your exposure, your career, okay? Now, with that being said, you're being asked to let emotional intelligence lead your success path, okay? We want to watch out for promotions, spiritual leadership, purpose clarifications. What is my purpose? Clarifying that, okay? And then we'll wrap it up for you, Libra risings, with the full moon in Sagittarius, which is your third house, okay? So this is activating your house of communication, technology, siblings, learning, okay? And you're being asked to release because full moon is about release, new moon is about planting seeds for growth. Full moon, you're asked to release outdated mental patterns and speak truth into power. Okay, if I ain't been doing that. Okay, and then watch for local transitions, publishing breakthroughs, clearer messaging. Okay, y'all will find out what I'm talking about very shortly here. But nonetheless, this moon is doing what it needs to do. Jupiter is blessing me. Venus is blessing me. Mercury is highlighting that intuition, okay, for me as a Libra rising. So let's go on, okay? Scorpio rising, Mercury in Cancer is activating your ninth house, okay? House of higher education, publishing, spiritual beliefs. You're being asked to communicate your truth, with depth and compassion, okay? You want to share your emotional teachings as well. You want to watch out for powerful spiritual insights, writing projects, long distance family communications, okay? With Venus entering into Taurus already there, activating a seventh house of relationships, contracts, romantic partnerships. Okay. You're being asked to allow love to deepen, choose steady, reciprocal connections. Okay. You want to watch out for partnerships that are turning more sensual, renewed attraction, long term agreements. Okay. Venus in Taurus, seventh house. There's so much Venetian Libra Taurus energy. Okay, I like for you, Scorpio rising. Now, when Jupiter moves into Cancer for you, that's going to be activating your ninth house as well, which is going to be expansion through philosophy, study, global connections. So you're being asked to seek mentors or become one yourself. You might want to grow through emotional wisdom as well. Okay, now I'd say watch out for inspired travel, publishing luck, or faith expansion for you. Okay. And also, let's wrap you up with the full moon in Sagittarius, which will be activating your second house. So it's activating the house of your self worth, your money, your values. Okay. You're being asked to release that scarcity mindset, realign your worth with what you believe you deserve. Okay. We are really the creators of our lives. and what we think and speak, we manifest that. So when we take I am abundant, money flows through me naturally, and you own that, you'll feel that and you'll see that. You know what I'm saying? So it's really how you talk to yourself and how you use those words because they are spells. Okay, everything has a meaning. Now, let's go ahead and get into what this moon is asking you to do. Realign your worth with what you believe you deserve. That is, I think, what's major right there. Okay, and releasing that I ain't got, I ain't gonna get. Release that mindset. I'm rich. Okay. Period. Okay. Period. Anyway, let's go to Sagittarius rising. Sagittarius rising, Mercury in Cancer is activating your eighth house of shared resources, intimacy, rebirth. You're being asked to speak from your emotional underworld. Let truth surface for you. Okay. You want to watch out for vulnerable conversations, merging assets, and emotional purging. Okay. With Venus entering into Taurus now, that is activating your sixth house of daily routines, health, and service. What's being asked of you is to bring beauty into your rituals, make devotion feel good, okay? And you want to watch out for sensual wellness practices, loving service, routines that stabilize the body. When Jupiter enters Cancer, that's also going to be transformation, shared finances, inheritance. Okay, you've been asked to trust that deep dive. Is eighth house is Scorpio's house? That is a deep house. Okay, so you're being asked to trust that deep dive, and expansion that you should expect with Jupiter here. Okay, coming from emotional surrender. When you let go, that's when you'll realize how far you grow when you are able to let go. I'm a rhymer, or I like to rhyme, but these are words that are really meant for what I mean. Okay, you have to let it go to let it flow and grow. Okay, whatever that is for you. Now, with that said, when Jupiter in Cancer for you, eighth house, you want to watch out for unexpected financial gifts, sexual awakenings, or spiritual awakenings, okay? Whatever you feel that means for you. Now, wrapping you up here, Sagittarius rising, because this is your full moon, right? So this is going to be in your first house of identity, physical presence, new chapter for you. This is a full moon releasing something as it relates to your first house. So you're being asked to let go of roles that are no longer true for you. Rebirth your path from your inner truth, right? You want to watch out for personal epiphanies, rebranding moments, emotional release from past identities. You are not who you were, okay? And embrace the new you, okay? As we all are transforming. Now let's go on to Capricorn risings, okay? This Mercury in Cancer is activating your seventh house. So you know the house of partnerships, contracts, public interactions. So you're being asked to communicate from emotional honesty in relationships and listen deeply, okay? You want to watch out for agreements with heart, vulnerability, breakthroughs, and relational insights. Now, when we get Venus in Taurus for you, Capricorn rising, that's activating your fifth house. So that's activating the house of love, creativity, and joy. You've been asked to make space for pleasure, embody creative flow, okay? You want to watch out for creative surges, romance rekindling, and artistic confidence. Now, with Jupiter in Cancer, that's activating your seventh house as well. So there's an expansion through relationships, okay? You're being asked to deepen soul aligned partnerships because love grows when rooted, in safety, okay? And that is exactly what Cancer is about, safety, protection. Okay. Now you want to also watch out for new or blessed partnerships. Okay. Spiritual bonds that are forming, support from others. So keep a watch out for that because that's the seventh house. The seventh house is the house of others. Only a Libra would know that. Okay. Because we always focused on the other. Anyway, if we were in Aries, we would be focused on ourselves, okay? But nonetheless, full moon for you, wrapping this up for you. This is in your 12th house, okay? Uh, and I'm speaking to Capricorn rising. You're being asked to rest, okay? Connect with spirit, close any karmic energy cycles that you feel you need to. But the 12th house is activation for you. So that's isolation, rest, recalibration, okay, retreating. You're being asked to release what's unseen, okay? Heal in silence. You want to watch out for soul level endings, dream revelations, energetic releases, okay? Now, let's go on to Aquarius rising. Mercury in Cancer will be activating your sixth house, work, health, service house. Okay. So you're being asked to let emotional clarity guide your wellness and workflow. You want to watch out for changes in routine, intuitive health nudges, deep care for the mind and the body. Okay. Venus in Taurus is activating your fourth house of home, family, roots. Now, you're being asked to redecorate or reconnect with your sanctuary. Okay, and value softness. Watch out for family healing, sacred homemaking, nourishing your inner child, okay? Then when Jupiter enters into Cancer, that's also going to be your sixth house. So you're going to be healing routines, divine service, okay? You want to find growth through daily purpose. You want to let work feed your spirit as well, okay? Aquarius rising, this is Jupiter and Cancer energy, sixth house activation. You want to watch out for health breakthroughs, job opportunities, spiritual work integration. Yes, you missed Virgo rising. I'll be done in a minute. You can scroll back and check it out, sis. Okay, what's up, Dorsha? Hey, honey. Okay, so Venus, let's see here. Venus in Yeah. So you want to watch out for family healing with Venus and Taurus, first house, Aquarius rising, homemaking, nourishing your inner child. Okay. Then when Jupiter gets into Cancer, that's your sixth house. Okay. So we talked about that. The job opportunities, health breakthroughs, spiritual work integration. Okay. Feeding your spirit, growing through daily purpose. Okay. Healing routines. This full moon in Sagittarius for you, Aquarius rising will be in the 11th house, okay? Activating your house of friendships, communities, and community and hopes. So you're being asked to release group ties that drain your energy, okay? And dream bigger, okay? This is the house of, Lord, let me take my glasses off, honey. You know, this is the house of aspirations, wishes, dreams. You know, the star card is Aquarius card in the tarot. That's the wishes. So this is the house for you to dream bigger. You want to watch out for sudden exits or clarity in friend groups. Also breakthrough in life vision, your direction in life, your path, right? Okay, so let's get to the last zodiac. Did I do this under an hour? I think I did. Okay, Pisces rising. Okay, this is Mercury in Cancer activating your fifth house. So we are activating romance, creativity, and joy. You're being asked to speak love, share your heart's art. You want to watch for creative inspiration, romantic vulnerability, and childlike imagination. Then, when Venus in Taurus energy hits you, as it's in the energy now, that's in your third house of communication, siblings, and local movement. So you're being asked to speak sweet truth, okay? No, not no fake truth, sweet truth, okay? Write or speak from beauty. You want to watch out for poetry, healing conversations with siblings, beautifying your voice because it's about communication for you in the third house. Venus and Taurus is all that love, comfort, energy when it comes to the house of communication. Okay, of course, siblings and your community, you know, short trips, things of that nature. You know, you guys can look further into the house themes, but we'll keep going here. Okay. Jupiter in Cancer for you, Pisces rising, is activating your fifth house. So, creative blessings, spiritual joy is what Jupiter could potentially bring you. You're being asked to grow through self expression, reconnect with play and purpose. You want to watch out for pregnancy. Okay. Jupiter is in Cancer. Okay. In your fifth house. So, Jupiter expands themes of fifth house topics: sex, good fortune, pleasure, art, creativity, entertainment, children, birth. Those are some themes of the fifth house. So be careful. You may get pregnant during this time, Pisces rising. Also, look out for artistic success, joy led breakthroughs. Okay. Now, with this full moon, it's activating your 10th house. What's being activated is your career, your calling, your public identity. Okay. You're being asked to release titles or roles that no longer match your soul path. You want to watch out for professional pivots, changes in the direction that you're at to where you're going. Okay. You also want to watch out for leadership downloads and the mission of your soul and get clarity on that. So that's good. Now, last, I'm going to wrap this up with the signs that are most affected by this full moon in Sagittarius on June 11th of 2025, which is on a Wednesday. This is mutable fire, okay, ruled by Jupiter. So it's calling for truth seeking, bold release, and visionary alignment. Okay. So the signs that are going to be most impacted will include, of course, the mutable signs. So with Sagittarius being a mutable sign, the other mutable signs is Gemini, Virgo, Pisces. So with Sagittarius rising, sun, or moon placements, this could be a personal combination, culmination, an identity shift, rebirth of purpose for you, Sagittarius rising sun and moon sign or sun moon rising. Now, Gemini, sun moon rising, I would say that you're most affected because there could be some relationship shakeups or revelations. And I think a mirror is being held up as well. So, okay, we got that coming. Now, Virgo, sun moon rising, with this energy, potentially be changes in the home, the family, or emotional foundations. This is your fourth house. Okay. Now, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, career or public life requires release, redirection, or redefining what you think is success. Okay. Let's see. Oh Lord, my headsets. Okay. So also, the other thing is two other signs that are going to feel it. Oh no, four of the signs that are going to feel it as well. Um, Leo, Aries, okay? This is going to be trines from Sagittarius that can bring empowering shifts in creativity, purpose, and adventure. So trines are beneficial, helpful aspects between planets. So this is some good energy for you that could shift, and empower you in shifting your creativity, the purpose, your adventure. Now, also Capricorn, Cancer, because of the Mercury and Jupiter Cancer transits here, you may feel internal or relational reorganization through this full moon lens, okay? And this full moon is about expanding consciousness and releasing contraction, like I mentioned earlier. Wherever Sagittarius is in your natal chart, that is where all of this full moon energy is going on. And you just have to go back on the video and watch out where this Mercury, this Venus, this Uranus, and this Jupiter is going to be impacting your natal chart. We're going to have planets at 0 degrees. We already have them at 29 degrees. Things that we are seeing playing out today, it's not by happenstance. Most High wrote everything that's happening, okay? It's divine, it's destined, it is here, and it's going to occur. So, what I would say here is rituals, okay? And people get so weird when it comes to rituals. When you sit and pray to God, when you write out, your journal, right? That's a ritual, okay? So let's not take it too serious than what it needs to be. So a suggested rituals could be for you during this full moon lunation is write a letter releasing outdated beliefs. And after you get through writing it, speak it to the universe and burn it like paper. It's in the ethers. Cleanse your altar, charge turquoise or amethyst under this full moon, okay? You also might want to journal a question that could be, what belief about myself am I now willing to release? Okay, that's a deep question if you're willing to be honest and true, because this moon is about Sagittarius is about truth. It's going to aim for the truth. Okay, so crystals and herbs for those who work with those ingredients, like I do. Stones, turquoise, because that's about truth. Amethyst is soul purpose. Citrine is confidence. Okay, so keep those around you during this time. If you burn in herbs, bay leaf, that's going to bring you clarity. Mugwort, which is going to provide you with visions. Sage, which is going to clear the negative energy. Okay. So I think I got it all said and done. Are there any questions before I dip off? Because I got all the transits and the moon, so I should be cool for the next few days. If no one else has anything, I love you, cuz, for always supporting me. I'm definitely going to be uploading this to YouTube. I don't have time to deal with TikTok and Instagram today, okay? But until next time, y'all have a wonderful weekend, wonderful evening, and I'll see you next time. Deuce.